guess Betsy fixed those things. Okay, I will call the Southbury Board of Selectmen regular meeting to order April 21st, 2022 at 7:02 PM. If we can have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we do have a quorum. We're expecting one of our selectmen is running late. Greg will not be making it here tonight. You have your announcements and correspondence in front of you. You have your reports.
Public comment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not that there is.
Public comment. I missed public comment. Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Hearing none. At least we have a couple in the crowd. Announcements and correspondence. Your reports are here. We have a consent agenda. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Can I have a second? Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? And it carries.
Just a quick question. What's going on May 5th?
May 5th. Oh, we have, come on, help me out here.
Convention. There's a
Convention.
conflict that
We have the
we're-
convention, yeah. So if we need a special meeting, we'll call a special meeting to address whatever we have to address. Why I couldn't think of convention, I don't know. Minutes, April 7th, 2022, regular meeting. Can I have a motion for approval? Made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? It carries. We have no unfinished business. I would like to make sure we make sure we put on there, I forgot to do that, make sure we remember the ARPA task force so that it just shows up and we don't forget to do that when it's time to do it. New business, Senior Service Commission bylaws. Can I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Thank you. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? It carries. First Selectmen's report, if you will bear with me, I wrote it up on my technology. The town will be starting chip sealing mill and pave for the season starting next week. That is out on our Facebook and our website. I would encourage the public to watch for information on our website and Facebook page. The process has proven to extend the life of our roads and save taxpayers significant money over time. If the public please drive the 15-mile-per-hour speed limit, and you shouldn't experience any issue with the chip sealing being done. A reminder, the Energy Fair is this weekend, and I would encourage people to come out to the fair. There will be, it should be interesting, there are a number of booths there. There will be a meeting of the CEOs of the 5 municipalities to discuss our concerns with the health district budget. That will be tomorrow at 11:30. This is not a health district meeting. This is a meeting of the 5 CEOs to discuss the inequities that we see in the budget. My hope is that the 5 members can find a consensus on a solution to the inequities, and that we see and ask our representatives to reconsider the budget. Our fiscal department is working on the new financial systems and payroll system. My understanding is that the two will integrate together. They are very excited about that. I think this is, it's actually the Oracle system is going to give us pretty much instant, be able to look at it right away in almost in real time, where right now there's a lag on the reports and whatnot, so this should work well. Any questions of me? Oh,
Just a,
John. Oh, sorry, Jason.
just a question on your meeting tomorrow, because it's not a health district meeting, it's just the CEOs. There was an article in the Republican American this week that said that there was a meeting on Friday and it was a public meeting, and can you just clarify whether that's the case or not? For anyone who might be
People
listening?
I can't, their meeting will be here. If the public comes and sits in the audience, they can. But this is the room we're gonna have the meeting in. It's not a secret. You know, it's not like we're calling the meeting. Every CEO knows of it, and if they wanna bring their financial, CFOs with them, so they know and can see what we're looking at, and then try and come to an understanding, to make this work. We don't control the health district and what they do, but if we, as a group, suggest a way we can fix this so it's equitable for all of us, we certainly can then go to our representatives and ask them to reconsider, call the meeting and reconsider. So it's not a public meeting where, and it's not, I won't have a board of selectmen there. I don't anticipate that. But we'll come back and report to the board. That may be a need. I doubt it'll be a need, but we could call a special meeting to discuss what was there. All right,
Thank you for the
John?
clarification.
That's okay.
In the, what was attached to tonight's agenda was part of the Senior Services Department report, and there was a little overview of the Are You Okay?
Are you okay? What about it?
So there was an email to you talking about approving funds for a computer and getting it online. Is that been resolved, or can you speak to that?
There was never any problem. That was a miscommunication by a department head to some people that this was being held up, and that's not true. All we have to do is order the laptop in, and we've got to make sure the laptop matches the, it has to do with going to Windows 11 versus Windows 10, a technical alignment, if you will. The Friends of the Library, Friends of the Senior Center are paying for it, which is not an issue. And then just implementing. They have like 25 or 28 people who have signed up or interested. That showed me that there was enough interest in doing this. I mean, let's face it, if one or two people and there was no others, then why do you want to do it? But if at that number, there's going to be a certain number that won't sign up, but there'll also be, out of that 25 or 28, there'll be a certain increase also, I think, once it gets going. So it's not an issue. The police department's on board. That was a miscommunication, I think, from a department head on that.
And any idea on timeframe of when it would actually be
Here, I don't know.
implemented?
That has the, I mean, getting supply chain, getting laptops in that's the whole, when it gets in, we can do it. And I've already communicated, people copied on the email that would be doing that, and it shouldn't be an issue.
Cool. Because there was a lot of excitement about, or I heard some excitement about it, and I'm sure that once it's actually operating, then there'll be more buy-in,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
cool, thank
not
you.
an issue. Anything else? Okay. We'll take Justin.
Economic Development met last night. I wasn't able to go personally, but I did get an update from Kevin today. There was as we all know, there's a ribbon cutting this afternoon. Another new business came into town. Green Wealth Management opened up over in the Heritage Village commercial buildings over there. Based on the turnover on the third floor, Kevin is taking over as the town's liaison for the affordable housing plan and the POCD. Another reminder about the Energy Fair Saturday, which is 10 a.m. to 2, here at the town hall. Good news, I think, the town has submitted submitted an application to become a member at the bronze level of Sustainable CT. And interestingly enough, April 1st marked the one-year anniversary of our online permitting system being up and running. So, I don't know, y'all have used it, I have, it's certainly helpful. And I think all the things that they want out of it, it just works pretty good. The strategic plan committee met last week while I was on vacation, but I do have an update from John. Perhaps most interesting, the St. Michael's Group has gotten their 501(c) designation, so they're legally a charity now, which is exciting. We're going to be making another presentation to our Board of Finance at some point the next month. What else is relevant here? They have a whole bunch of topics they talk about every time they meet. Not a lot of movement on those, frankly. They're looking at all the town-owned properties, particularly those over 2 acres. So they've got a full catalog of that at this point, and we'll continue to work on figuring out if any of them are, good targets to go on the market or list. IPOC did not meet since our last meeting, and that's all I got.
So to that point about the online permitting, it should be recognized that this board has, we've done online permitting. We'll do an upgrade in our financial systems. We have a new payroll system to be done. There's a lot of technology, and that's something that has been asked for by the board and by the Board of Finance. And I think it's starting to make a big, you're gonna start seeing the difference. We kind of touched on that, you and I. The reporting will be almost seamless. There'll be good for the auditors, and it's also being able to look at the, you're gonna be able to look at the financial numbers quicker. And so you don't have to say, well, as of March, they were this, and you could be into June. So from a operational standpoint, I think this will make it much better. So we are making, the board's doing well with that. Jason?
Library met last week. The Friends talked about the upcoming sale. There's signs you see all around town. It's gonna be the last weekend in April 28th to May 1st. Encourage everyone to go check that out. It's always a nice event. They raise a lot of money and do a lot of great programming at the library with the funds that they raise. Also, they talked about the Kingsley Room a little bit. The Friends also, a couple months ago, I mentioned that they were giving a gift to the library board of directors to make some purchases. And one of the purchases that they made, the first one was a new laser projector in the Kingsley Room, which is where they show movies. And all of you were invited today to come to an event that they're having on May 4th, which is going to, I guess, show off the new projector, have a movie and whatnot. They're excited about that. And the next thing they're looking into is updating the audio in that room. Sounds a lot like what we're keep talking about for this room. So they're working on that. And then the other big part of the meeting, which was interesting and was a substantial portion of the meeting, is our two of our librarians attended the Public Library Association conference. They did it virtually, and they provided a presentation on their activities and what they learned, what they took away, and they're bringing back to Southbury. So that's what's going at the library. The other two boards of mine did not meet since our last meeting.
John?
The Parks and Recreation Commission and Conservation Commission will meet next Thursday, and have not met since we did last night.
But they do, I mean, everything is greened up pretty well. Grass, I think they've been mowing and striping, and it is looking good out there. It's looking good out there. Greg Kuhn is not here tonight. Selectman Sullivan?
Thank you, and my apologies that I got a little home at work tonight, but I appreciate your patience. So the Board of Ed did meet on the 18th, and they had really an unusual meeting, which was fantastic to see. It was really a celebration of the successes of the students in Region 15, particularly in the arts programs. So the vast majority of their meeting, unlike the typical business as usual, was recognizing all of the successes and awards that have gone out to kids in the district. And just overwhelming, whether it's in visual arts or in music curriculum, things like that. The kids have really done incredibly well, and on the website you can see the names of all of the students that have been recognized with these awards. So it was very, it was an unusually happy Board of Ed meeting, and it was very nice to see. Also, some good news that came out of the district is that some of their in-person classes that had to be ceased due to COVID, like cooking classes, are resuming back in the high school. So it's nice to see that some of those skills that they really need to be in person to learn, that they're going to be back in person again. So things are really on the upswing in the region. The budget referendum is scheduled for the first week of May, so that's something upcoming to know that's going on for the region, and obviously something to watch closely. There were a couple public comments, and aside from that, it was a very, very happy, upbeat meeting, so it's good to see.
Good to hear. We have a motion to adjourn. Second, John. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It carries. We're adjourned. Thank you.